Hello again! This is Rico of Solo Board Gamer Nantundo. This is now a tutorial video for Dragons of Etching Stone. So the creator of the game is Chip Chury Games, the one who created uh, deluxe games known in the board gaming community. Dragons of Etching Stone is a one player game and it's good for 30 minutes, ages 14 and up. Okay, so let's start how to play this game. Let's open this box. So what is the box content? So it contains a manual, two reference guide, dragons. There are two dragons. Those are back to back. And also region cards, also back to back. Yes. And of course, the mage card. That's 16 of them. And four different colors. Okay, so before we start how to play this game, let's discuss first how these cards work and what are they. So let's discuss one by one. So the cards has four colors, that is blue, yellow, red, and purple, that symbolize fire, thunder, water, and shadow. Those are ether elements. Every color has four copies, so that's make it 16. Now, let's go. What are these cards has four as two-sided card, but two parts. As you can see, this is level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4. Now, let's discuss first how these cards work. This is the title of the card. This is the ether element of the card. The level of the card. This is the index number of what enemy or terrain you will be challenging. This is the initiative value. This is the basic action. This has two kinds. It can be an attack or a movement. A attack shows a little fire icon, while a movement shows a boot. Down is the enhance action that can be triggered when using a particular element, which in this example, you must use an shadow element. The third one is the boost. This boosts either your attack or your movement. This one is for the defense, it's shield. So well, since we have four elements, also there are four kinds of shield. There are for shield for thunder, shield for fire, shield for shadow, and of course shield for water. At the bottom is the amount of experience you will need to level up the card. It says here, since we are level 3, this will go to level 4 if you have 4 experience. When leveling, you either rotate the card or flip the card depending on its number. So when you're level 1, you rotate the card to level 2. Then when you're level 2, you flip the card to level 3. Then when you're level 3, you rotate again the card for the final level, which is 4. As you can see, the experience now is blank. Okay, so that is for the mage card. Now we go to the region card. So the regions, these are the enemies and terrain that you must conquer or destroy these enemies. Let's go. What are these enemies? What are the statistics? This is the name of the place, region number. Uh, the higher the region, the most harder the enemies and the terrain you will have a challenge. But of course, the experience gives more experience on those challenges. Okay, so let's go with the example. The heart symbolizes the health. The H symbolizes initiative. The fire symbolizes its attack value and what kind of element does the enemies attack. And the shield is what kind of element does he reduce your attack. This star means the experience that you will gain when you defeated the monster. At the bottom is the region. This is where you travel. So, the first one is 12. That is the amount that you need to travel. Second one is the penalty. It is called time penalty when you unsuccessfully travel that region. And the bottom is the experience needed, the experience that you will acquire. And last is the dragon cards. There are two kinds of dragons here. Actually, there are four kinds. There front and back. So let's explain the meaning of each. So the first one, these are the challenge that you need to travel. This is the challenge, the travel challenge, and this is the dragon's initiative. His attack when initiative is when you not exceed the initiative. This one is defense, and this is also the needed hit to kill the dragon. So we will discuss that later. Why there are three? There's 22 and 32. We will discuss that later. Okay, so that we have already described how the cards work and what are the parts. Now we set up the game. Dragons of Etching Stone is played using by hand. So technically, you don't need the table. Well, you can play it on the table, but it's on your choice. But this can be played technically anywhere, even when traveling. Maybe when you're on an airplane or on a bus or a car. But don't play when you're driving, of course. That's dangerous. So what you're going to do is shuffle the 16 card deck. Shuffle it. Good. Then, put the second card, the region that's not being used, at the back. Now put the region 1 at the front. And put the dragon that you choose to want to fight against at the front of the region that you were not using. So it's like this. The region that you're not using, the dragon that you need to fight, the mage card, and the region that you are currently uh, challenging. So that's the setup. So now you draw four cards. So these are now your right hand do the action using the mage card, and your left hand holds the enemies that you need to fight and all the other cards that you've been using.